Psst, disclaimer. You want to know my trick for staying cool in the summer? Because I'm a cool kid, I sit with an ice block in my lap and it's my best friend ever. Well, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lasses. Welcome to The Click. My name is The Click, and today we're gonna be at The Click. Have you... Have you heard of the saying, the tongue is sharper than the sword? No. Well, I'm gonna teach you why. Welcome to Why is this my job? God! Well, CleverComebacks. Wow, I feel we're all so clever here. And have you ever wanted to have a nice comeback when someone says something evil to you and you can be like, haha, but your IQ is less than your shoe size? So let's do that together. Enjoy. Mwah. Not like reduce our shoe size IQ, but, you know, but anyway, subscribe. My daughter was wearing a flannel hoodie, so I said, hey, the 90s called. And she replied, yeah, because they couldn't text. And God... I'm getting really tired of my kids owning me. You know what they say, wholesome family times. You don't own your children, but your children's own you. Take that, boomer. 60 million Americans are subject to stay-at-home order or curfew. 11 million are right here in Ohio. What would the founders say? There was a massive smallpox epidemic during the American Revolution. Washington quarantined the infected, refused to let people from hotspots travel to his army, and even set up 1,000 soldiers in Boston to prevent the spread there. You should try reading a book sometime. This would stop my opinion, but I can't read. Twitter books. Last book that made you cry. University Physics with Modern Physics, 14th edition by Hugh D. Young, Roger A. Friedman. No doubt tears of joy, says the dude who wrote it. Gotta promote your own work smoothly. By the way, clicky literature not out, because I can't write. How do y'all be 27 plus with no kids? Seeing y'all be 23 with 5 kids will do that to you. I mean, yeah. I've always found it weird that when people feel the need to, like, overly shite on other people's just life things. Maybe people don't want kids, and maybe some people want 20 little snot gremlins running around their house, puking on everything. Like, we're all entitled to our beautiful choices. Millennials aren't buying diamonds. Why? Too busy filling out job applications that ask them to attach their resume and then enter what's on that resume on the next page. God, I hate that. Oh my God. I haven't done that in a few years, but this still makes me livid. It's like, here is your personal letter. Now rewrite it in a dot form, in a form that doesn't save anything, and then it loses its cache after 3 minutes, even though you already have a resume. We should just go back to the woods and eat pine cones, I swear to God. MIT gets burned. MIT Tech Review. Ready for a world in which $50 DNA tests can predict your odds of earning a PhD or forecast which toddler gets into a selective preschool? You can do this already with a zip code. Oh God. If we just all switch to cursive and stick to shift cars, we could cripple an entire generation. I love how you talk shite about the generation you've raised like it's their fault and not yours. My child is a spoiled brute. Oh my God, it's because I spoiled them. Who would have thunk it? American football coaches versus European football coaches. American football coaches, woo! European football coaches, woo! Is it just me, or do all European football coaches look like Bond villains? Unlike the US ones that look like Austin Powers villains! Oh my God! Yeah, get him to the hospital because he has been burned. My God, and not the good kind of burnt. I rather look like a Bond villain, though, I'm not gonna lie. It's so snazzy. I kind of missed the mustache, though. It made me look like a very good villain indeed. Oh, aren't we ready for some fun here, Mr. Bunt? Check out my ASMR channel where I did like a villain roleplay. What is your real name? Anyway, I'm gonna move on. Making a plant illegal is like saying God was wrong. Making a plant illegal was the first thing God ever did. I love the internet, because we get to savor these dumb moments, and it makes me feel less dumb myself. It's beautiful. Oh, it's good. KJ Epa and Cole's spouse when they were actually 17. Man, I wouldn't have absolutely crushed on you at age 17. Crushed. You wouldn't have survived the weight of my wallet, bish! What a flex. Stay retired, Paul. You're better commentator than fighter. Does it make you feel good saying that? Now, would you say that to my face, man to man? Nope, you'll kick my ass. That's why I say it on Twitter. Fair enough. It's kind of like, yeah, But also, when you admit to it, it kind of takes the oomph out of the counter. It's like, you're a keyboard warrior. Yep.
Federally funded school from age 3 to 20 doesn't sound like education. It sounds like indoctrination, all at your expense, by force, in the form of taxes. Don't go to school, kids. You can't indoctrinate people if they can't read.
If there's one argument for federally funded education from 3 to 20 in this country, it's how gosh darn stupid you are. I mean, if you travel around the world, you'll find many different kind of solutions to how educations work and how funding works and that kind of stuff. US, from an outside perspective, looks a little funky, not gonna lie.
Homosexuality is an abomination to God Almighty.
Never miss, it's a gay event. Woo! Yeah, gay horses, baby! F yeah!
Sorry, getting excited.
I can't believe Taylor Swift is about to turn 30. She still looks so young. It's strange to think that 90% of her eggs are already gone. 97% by the time she turns 40. So I hope she thinks about having kids before it's too late. She'll be a fun mom.
What? I mean, God, talking about other people's wombs that you don't know and they don't know you, it's kind of weird. Like, that's not socially acceptable, fam. I hope she buys a house near an elementary school so you can't go within 5 blocks of her. Like, obviously, I'm not really a public figure in the same sense Taylor Swift is, and I would never want to be. Dear God, what a nightmare. But I found this weird. Even at my silly level, when I just sit and read memes, I see these wild opinions people have in takes, like how, like, oh my God, I can't believe Click does this or thinks this, and oh my God, he should do this with his life. Like, what? No, stop. You can watch my memes if you want to, but that's about it. I'm a real person, actually. Maybe. Don't look into it, please. I went for a walk down a country lane in the sunshine today. A couple walked past me in masks and literally sweared into a hedgerow to show how they were socially distancing. The whole thing is like a dystopian comedy sketch now. Or, you know, they saw a guy not wearing a mask coming too close to them and they thought, frick that, and moved away from that selfish twit. Alternatively, they just recognized you.
1. Do we criminalize all drugs? So when a violent crime is committed by someone high on drugs, for instance, driving high on vehicular homicide occurs going to a violent rage while on meth, the law has its hands tied and the victim of the crime has less rights than a drug user?
What? It's not immune? Okay. Exactly. When they legalized alcohol, we stopped arresting people for driving drunk. You can literally kill someone while drunk and they can't arrest you and say alcohol is legal. Can you imagine that? How convenient that would be? That just drinking a beer made you immune to any kind of repercussions. You didn't file your taxes properly. No worries, Your Honor. I had a beer. Oh, you're free to go. Keep all your moonies.
Pokemon.
In 2002, a researcher found that the average 8-year-old British child would identify 80% of Pokemon, but only 50% of common wildlife species.
Wasn't there very few Pokemon in 2002? I feel that's like one of the most obvious thing here. Like, yeah, it's easier to recognize like roughly 200 cartoon animals that you see in shows all the time than like thousands of wildlife species. Common wildlife species don't normally yell their names at you. Isn't that just a pedagogical dream? Wild stag! Wild stag! Alright, chilled, God.
What's stopping you from doing this with your partner?
Common sense.
No thanks, I don't need a vaccine for a virus I ain't got.
Vaccines are specifically for viruses you don't have. You managed to demonstrate a complete lack of understanding in one sentence, which is actually quite impressive.
I wonder how atheists moan doing the naughties. They'd be like, oh, evolution.
Atheists are the only ones allowed to yell, oh God, during the naughties, because religious people shouldn't use the Lord's name in vain. I wonder if God likes that or not. Like, does he participate? I mean, God is everywhere, right? God is in everyone. God is in everyone. Oh my, sorry. I'm getting like carried away about the old ye cursedness is coming out.
If you use facial recognition for anything, the government has your face. Lol.
Wait until you find out about driver's licenses. Like, do you have a social security number and a license or a passport? There you go. Basic stuff.
They think your haircuts are un-American. Well, it's very observant of them because we aren't American actually.
Ah, yes, indeed. That must bug them. Get it? Because it's the Beatles, and Beatles are you're free to laugh. It's free. Happiness is free.
When I was the director of the CIA, we valued individuals based on their talent and skill, not their race or naughtyality. I'll never forget what one female analyst said to me.
Thank you for valuing me for my work. Teehee, I want my abilities and achievements to define me, not my sexuality.
Well, I assumed folks at the CIA were better at lying than this. This feels like one of those, you know, and then everyone in the Starbucks clapped stories. Me. You're a politician. Stop tweeting like this. Inner me. You're too lit to politic.
Toronto City Councillor Norm Kelly.
The city is currently looking into how we can extract the salt from my haters and apply it to roads this winter.
We'll keep you guys posted.
Do men still open car doors?
How do you think we get inside? You will never change what you tolerate. Research flat earth. No curve here. Can we agree on that? Yes, but that's an... Oh my god, okay. I love flat earthers because they remind me that even though I'm a failure, there are always people even more disappointing than me. You might as well say they fell a bit flat. Oh my god. Yeah, that punch really came at a curve. I'm sorry for making y'all so excited. I can feel that you're on the edge of your seat.
Should people with learning disabilities be allowed to work for less than the minimum wage? Debate on Blorp.
Alternative phrasing on this question. Should employees be allowed to exploit some of society's most vulnerable people? This sounds horrible. If they're doing the same job, pay them for the job they do. What are you... Gugh.
My BF got his side bitch prego, but we both love each other. Should I stay? Yeah, still need a clown for the kids' birthday parties.
Have some dignity, please.
Would people be as comfortable buying meat if the date animal was killed, was displayed alongside the best before date? British cooked chicken kill date.
Actually, I would feel more comfortable if we make choosing fresher meat easier. That's a very good idea. When vegan ideas backfire completely. Small coffee, $5. Small coffee, please, $3. Hello, one small coffee, please, 75 cents.
I'm not saying please to someone below me.
Judging by this comment, there is literally no one below you.
Ooh, he's a bottom.
Who wins this fight and why? Thory Worry and Bat Furry. You're literally putting the God of Thunder against a guy with a sore throat in a Halloween costume. You have stated that you believe that there could be an infinite number of parallel universes. Does that mean there is a universe out there where I am smarter than you? Yes. And also a universe where you're funny. Hawking, you savage! He was just having a nice little interview and was being a bit teasy. It didn't have to destroy the man. The sad reality of our world.
Oh, everyone is on their phone.
You have 27,000 tweets. You joined here in June 2016, which means you joined here 136 weeks ago. 136 weeks is 952 days. If you divide 27,000 to 952, the result is 28. You tweet 28 times a day, yet you still talk about how everyone is addicted to their phones. Considering the hours you stay awake, you tweet almost once every 30 minutes. 7 days a week. Your entire... What? Jesus Christ! By the way, check out my Twitter. The last thing I did was a poll of your favorite animal. I think it was baby ducks, land sharks, mini hippos, or mini T-Rexes. I would like to hear about your opinion about this very important political matter. People that walk faster are reported to be less happy. The faster you walk, the more unhappy you are.
Right! I'm unhappy because I'm trapped behind a slow walker. Now move!
It's not a micrometer.
Yeah, if we wanted that, we'll just tattoo your pee-pee. Micrometers are used to measure with accuracy, not small things. I wish my pee-pee was consistent, but it varies greatly based off if your mom has a bag over her head or not.
Ooh, your generation are mostly spoiled brats that cry if they don't get their way.
As if your generation didn't spit on soldiers and implode if a black person used the same water fountain. Wake up, Wanda. In China's fight against COVID-19 outbreak, which part impresses you the most? Hospital built in day, solidarity amongst Chinese, use of modern technology, spirit of self-sacrifice. Arrest of initial 8 whistleblowers. Oh, no.
Friendly reminder that you don't get to celebrate Lunar New Year unless you're literally from a country that does, or you're invited by someone who is from that country that does.
Friendly reminder that I hereby formally invite everyone to celebrate Lunar New Year.
The hero we needed but didn't deserve. Why do men not so fast?
Gotta get home to the woman I love.
That has so many layers to unpack.
Christians against science. Oh, sounds like a blast.
The earth is 4,000 years old. Changed my mind.
The half-life of uranium-238 is 4.5 billion years. It decays into radium-226, which in turn decays into radon-222. Radon-222 becomes polonium-210, which finally decays into a stable nuclide, lead. The existence of lead as an element disproves the 4,000-year-old myth. What I usually say is that like pseudoscience or beliefs about the world that are clearly not based in any kind of factual evidence is usually harmless until you realize that it often leads to other ideas too and them finding people. For example, anti-vaxxers, which is actually harmful. Pseudoscience isn't a good thing. I think the best way I've heard this explained is by Carl Sagan, who explained it as scientific illiteracy, basically. So think about it as dyslexia or colorblindness, two things that I actually have, and apply it to the scientific method, for example. Let's say an example. Does this medicine work? I have invented a medicine for the common cold, and I give it to, let's say, 1,000 people, and I report back in a week and realize, wow, 9 out of 10 people are actually much better now than when they took the pill a week ago. Did this pill work? No clue. It usually takes about a week to get better from a common cold, and unless you have a control group, you can't tell the difference. If I instead have 1,000 people that I give the real pill and another 1,000 I give a fake pill, I can tell the difference between those two groups, and then also apply what they call a statistical, what is that in English? Significance interval, basically. A margin that means that the result isn't only due to variance or other factors. So that's how you tell the difference. But, of course, this can be relatively complex, and it creates a lot of misunderstandings in these kind of circles. Pseudoscience, bad. Michael Myers, I wasn't born to wear a mask 12 plus hours a day. This shot getting ridiculous. End lockdown. You were named after a character that wears a mask. Embrace your legacy, Michael. Which moment in a talk show made you say, what the frick? I absolutely love the episode of Dr. Phil, where he invited a rather unsavory character on for an interview, the creator of a national internet show called Bum Fights. It was a website that gave hobos money to fight each other for the camera, humiliating them for cash. The mustachioed host rightfully pointed out that this was exploitation of vulnerable people. Dr. Phil shows a clip of Bum Fights, after which the creator walks on stage for his interview, wearing a grey suit identical to the host, mustache, hair on top his skull shaven off. Pretending he had the moral high ground, Phil, fearing a rather difficult episode, say he was kicking the guy off the show because he did not want to give him an audience. Mr. Bumfights, is that his real name? Then Told asked him why. It is because I take advantage of vulnerable people, because that's exactly what you do. He was on for less than a minute and completely destroyed the entire Dr. Phil show concept. Beautiful. I guess to some extent there are different levels of evil, but that doesn't make one thing right or wrong. It's kind of a significant burn. Ouch.
Fellas, if you break up with your girl and the next day she wins $600 million jackpot, you mad or you don't care?
I am pregnant. The youth can walk faster, but the elders know the road. African proverb.
The youth have Google Maps.
Pattinson's Batman will be so raw and not sanitized, says cast member Peter Sarsgaard.
The last thing the world wants right now is raw, unsanitized bat.
Kinda feel bad for attractive people who are now having to communicate with their words for the first time and realizing they don't have a personality.
I feel attacked.
You shouldn't.
Oh!
The Green New Deal will destroy the American energy industry as we know it.
The electric light bulb will destroy the American whale oil lamp industry as we know it. The new refrigerator will destroy ice delivery people as we know them. Oh, progress. Oh no.
There should only be 2 bathroom types, one specifically for me, and another for everyone else. There is! It's called the diaper. Way ahead of you. Just install a septic tank in your trousers, and have pipes that go into... Okay, maybe I shouldn't make... patent people hit me...
Do you want your septic tank pant to buy below merch? 20% off of the first pant.
Frickin' YouTuber. Who does think you are feckin' cool? I'm going to turn up at your house and burn it down. I am going to find you.
Auto reply. We have detected a transmission of a potential threat towards someone's life/damage towards someone's property. Code 46374A. Your device's IP address has been forwarded to the police department pending for an investigation. If you think... Sorry. If you think this is a mistake, reply stop.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
I love seeing like 12-year-old little shites on the internet panic. It's beautiful. Don't go sending people threats. It's
a little no-no, Timmy. If you show this to your mama, she will do other spankies.
Ladies, you can't be drafted. Sit down when war is discussed.
A lot of men have told me to sit down and shut up. Now those men call me Colonel.
Ooh, that gotta burn. I've never been more proud of my country. Teen Olympian overslept, lost coat, said frick on TV and won US first gold of 2018.
Overslept? That sums up the work ethic of that generation.
How many gold medals do you and your cat have? Go knit some cat mittens, Deborah. Why are people always so eager to like an entire demographic of people? It's like, oh, this one teen overslept. They still managed to perform really well, though. So, I mean, they obviously are very good at what they do. But no, their alarm didn't pling plong in the morning, so they don't deserve anything in life. Oh my god, I am the perfect model instead, according to myself on Facebook, where I don't have to prove anything. Take that, Deborah, you little poo-poo.
Worst example of cultural appropriation ever. LGBT stole the rainbow from God. It's his. He invented it. Then give it back.
One of my favorite things about Pride Month is celebrating the many achievements of the LGBTQ community, like when we collectively stole the rainbow from God. Honestly, if that was the case, it would be such a power move. Like, you say your little god is almighty, how about we just snibbity-snabby his rainbow with the gay power? Oh, take that. He can't handle the Gaia. How should I respond to my boss who fired me via email and let him know that I'm very disappointed I did not have the courtesy to do this face-to-face? We work from different states but always communicate through video calls.
Dear boss, I thought you want to know that someone has apparently hijacked your email account. The hijacker just fired me. Obviously a transparent attempt to make you look like a gutless, spineless, cowardly, shivering weasel.
A cretin lacking the nuts to man up and look at his people in the eye while stabbing them in the back.
But I am certain we'll all have a good laugh over this in the morning. Talk to you then, love me. Aw, isn't that just wholesome office vibes?
It occurs to me that every state has a database of sex offenders that does absolutely nothing for anyone, but there's no database of serial violent cops. Which would you rather pay for?
A database of sex offenders that does absolutely nothing for no one. That sounds like something a sex offender would say, and there it is. That's the dude in the registry. Howdy howdy. So easy there, Tiger. Your bias is glowing like a nuclear baboosh.
Public service announcement for men. Boxers are not shorts. You cannot wear them outside.
Don't tell us what to wear, teach the girls not to stare. You think that bad? Wait until I wear just one sock when I go outside. Yes, you did. Guess it right. Mwah.
I actually wore a bandana covering my face, nose down, to go to the bank today. Whole time I'm thinking, I've convicted people for less evidence than this.
You just made a terrifying point that our criminal justice system, which you didn't intend to make. What's something that feels British but isn't? The contents of the British Museum?
It should be cold outside this morning in middle America. Aren't you glad you aren't heating your home with a solar panel like nitwit socialist is demanding?
Do solar panels work in the cold? Yes. Do solar panels work by absorbing light from the sun, not heat? In fact, the chemical reactions that occurred with the solar panel are more efficient at cooler temperatures. Also, white snow can act like a mirror to reflect more light onto them.
Hello, my name is Catherine. I'd like to adopt a pure bear cat from your shelter, preferably British short hair. I don't like mixed breeds for aesthetic reasons. Do you have one?
Yes, we have one British Shorthair, but he wants to live with only British people. He doesn't like mixed breeds for aesthetic reasons.
What?
Provide us with your ancestry documents to proceed with the adoption. Oh, how the turntables. I left my front door open in my room. I just went out and I can't find it. What are the consequences of this? It has no natural predators. It'll be dead soon. Nature abhors a vacuum. Ugh. The dad jokes are overwhelming and oh my god, I love it. The pain is so satisfying.
If men are agreeing with you, you said something stupid.
You are absolutely right. Oh, just take your own weapon.
Weirdo, why'd you like my pic from 2017?
I'm not weird. You just haven't looked good in a while. Oh! Don't enter the ring if you're not ready to take a chair to the crotch.
Men opening doors for women is a symbol of aggressive patriarchy. Men are saying you may enter or leave at this place, but only when I say so.
I open doors for, like, everyone if I'm a little bit in front. Okay, anyway.
A man opening and holding a door for a woman is him subconsciously reminding her that all men are in control of a woman's choices.
I dash ahead of women and hold the door closed from the other side so they have to fight me for it. This way, she knows she defeated the patriarchy fair and square and opened her own door. Yes! Oh, lift each other up in society. Woo! Wanna know who wouldn't have these problems with Thanos? These boys. Let him defeat Rotten Tomatoes first. Timothy Chalamet grew a hideous little goatee and it sucks. Hey, I found this article you might want to read. I'd send you the link, but I think you already have it. Same publisher. Body shaming makes teenage boys depressed, more likely to use drugs. Oh my god, the hypocrisy. I've never understood this weird obsession with like attacking people's looks constantly. It's a little bit yikes. Before being burned alive by the Spaniards, Chief Haughtrey of the island of Hispaniola was asked if he wanted to accept Christianity and go to heaven. Haughtrey asked if the Spaniards go to heaven, to which the priest said they do. Haughtrey then stated that he would rather go to hell where he wouldn't see such cruel people. Hell yeah! Oh yeah, we're going down to meet our boy! VIP tickets to hell down in the description. Go there with all the fun people, like pirates, and don't go to heaven with all these rampaging crusaders and stuff.
Ladies, what would you do if you found another girl's nudes on your man's phone? Send them to myself. When he asks for my nudes, I'll send hers again. Ooh, recycling, right, Stacy? Oh yes, I love me some recycling. It's for the environment. Nobody told you to bring that heavy backpack.
And nobody told you to bring that nasty attitude either, but I'm stuck with both. My boy James! And that's a perfect way to end the episode with a bit of poo-poo, man. I do hope... How is this? Okay, I do hope you enjoyed this beautiful, beautiful video, you beautiful being. Make sure to hit subscribe to the channel and check out my Twitch down below to catch my beautiful streams that you will definitely enjoy. And I will see you in the next video.